Present in this lecture hall today, the principal of this college, Dr. S.S. Shergill Sahab, Professor and Head Physiology, Dr. R.S. Sharma, HOD Pediatrics, Dr. Karnail Singh, Dr. R.G. Sidhu, Dr. Mridu Grover, and all the young students, girls and boys, and my dear all dignitaries who have been here to listen to a topic which is really of very much relevance today. As Dr. Shergill has very much sincerely pointed out that the problems which we are facing today is stress and strain. And it is because of the non-compatibility in the lifestyle today. What we are living today, that lifestyle is not that lifestyle which the earlier 30 years back or 40 years back the people used to live. We are exposed to modernities, we are exposed to various amenities which were not there earlier. Today, the world belongs to internet. Today, the world belongs to web surfing. Today, the world belongs to a lot of things which were not there earlier. When I passed out in 1975 after doing my MD in medicine, at that time, a lot of investigative facilities were not there. Like, for example, the PET scanning had not come by that time. The MRI was just in the infantile stage. Even the ultrasound, which is the key today to diagnose the, as the doctors are misusing it for the diagnosing whether it is a boy or girl, that was not there available that time. It all came afterwards. So you can imagine the medicine has evolved gradually. Science is a faculty in which the theories they get renewed every time. This is what is the difference between science and spirituality. Spirituality and religion, they are two different things. Core of the religion is spirituality. Without spirituality, there is no religion. So this is one thing which we have to understand. The religion believes in traditions many times, and these traditions keep on haunting us. Science believes in modern things, modern thinking, keep on refining your intellect, keep on refining your talent. So this is just, I'm just making the preface of the lecture which will be there for 45 minutes. And I'll be speaking on a topic: integrative therapy is a holistic approach to modern medicine. Modern medicine has evolved in last 300 or 400 years. In year 1800, 18th century, you can say 19th century. Earlier, the therapy used to be leeches for curing the sore throat. Can you imagine? The blood which is very poisonous, it has to be removed. George Washington in 1793, he was being treated for the treatment of the acute sore throat. He had tonsillitis, tonsillopharyngitis, and he was being treated for that by leeches and by the honey and lemon decoction. One of the doctors stood up, one of the young doctor, very young doctor, he stood up and he said, "Why don't we cut open the throat because he's suffocating, he's dying." And then he was hanged. That doctor was hanged because he pointed out at the principal and pointing out at the president of USA. He said that no, this man should be removed and this man should be hanged. Ultimately, after about 12 or 13 years, the procedure of the tracheostomy was evolved, and that tracheostomy today is a very much important procedure. I'm just telling you how the medicine has evolved from 18th century to 19th century to 20th century. Penicillins came. Ultimately, Alexander Fleming brought penicillins, and then gradually the body medicine came up. Peptic ulcer syndrome can be because of the ulcers, can be because of the stress also. This was all known to us by the modern developments. Gradually in last few hundred years, we have been able to evolve lot of disciplines, lot of things which are now changing the scenario. We have got very diagnostic tools today, very important diagnostic tools. Modern medicine is full of many things, but is devoid of lot of things. It is devoid of one most important thing is soul of it. The soul is spirituality. Once you forget about the spirituality, you won't be able to really cure the person. Because why the person is ill? This particular thing I'll try to demonstrate to you. The holistic approach to modern medicine, why we need it? Life is not in communion with nature. You can see the lack of social interaction. We are not socially interactive today. The person doesn't know his neighbor, his or her neighbor, and we are totally away from the masses. Search of happiness via materialistic means we are trying to search our own peace or happiness via materialistic means. If we have got a good car, if we have got good means in media, if we have got a good house and everything, then we are very happy. No, you are not happy. Lord Krishna says in Gita, Ashantasya kutah sukham. The man at unpeace will never get happiness. So, peace at the center of the heart, peace at the center of the mind. And lack of self-introspection. People are now more extroverted, more and more extroverted, more and more guided by the external vision, external things. Whatever is visible, that is attracting us, that is dominating on us. He procured this much of money, he earned that much of money through practice, all these things, these are attracting us. And denial of responsibility towards society. We are denying our responsibility to society because of that reason we are unable to do anything for society. For example, running orphanages, going for charitable work like giving some education to some those people who are deprived of the education. These things are not being done today. Lot of projects are being done by many religious institutions and many non-religious also, but there are a lot of things which have used to happen earlier in the about 50 to 100 years back. They are not being done today, and because of this there is a dearth of emotions, dearth of sentiments, and this dearth, भावनाओं का अकाल कह लें चाहे आस्था संकट कह लें, crisis of faith, and because of this crisis of faith the person is falling prey to a lot of disease, and that is what this next slide says. The stress and strain, which Dr. Shergill has already pointed out, absence of inner joy and peace, which I told you, the inner joy and peace should come from inside. The medicine cannot give you inner joy and peace. Stay in the hospital cannot give you inner joy and peace. A doctor's visit cannot, sometimes the visit to a doctor's clinic gives you more and more stress rather than peace. So more and more psychosomatic elements. Today we have got so many psychosomatic elements that about 70 to 80% disorders are because of the psychosomatic. And similarly somatopsychic elements. Your body is not well, so your mind is not well. You are not in a comfortable condition. And lack of emotional support during the crisis. When the question of crisis comes, when the period of crisis comes, nobody is there with you, especially the geriatric patients. Age-old patients, they are totally away from the relatives, because we are living in a society which is not multi-dimensional family system like we had earlier. My father is about 91-year-old and he lives with me and he takes lunch and dinner with me. He is so happy and he is fit, fully fit, physically fit. But definitely the Alzheimer's effect is there, so memory has gone slightly. But he is so happy that he eats meals with his 4 generations. Together we eat together. Where is that? Where has it gone in the big cities? It has disappeared totally. And this is because of this reason that the emotional support is not there. The persons, they want to live alone, micro families, husband and wife. And ultimately, if they have got parents, the parents are thrown out or ultimately sent to the old age homes. And this is what is happening today. And then if you have gone to abroad, you left your parents here, they are unlooked after, then ultimately that also leads to loneliness, and loneliness leads to disease. A lot of people die because of loneliness today. This is something which is very important to be thought of today in our discussion about how we can bring this concept back of the family system. Family values in India used believed in the health is human being. You can see the anatomy, physiology is being taught to you, and this is what is the human being physically. And you can see the senses, the sensory perceptions, skin, ear, hearing, and then you can see my angle, spiritual angle, surrounded by the waves, and these are all the chakras. Because of that, we have vibrations. You have got some person you see, and some person you find very magnetically very strong. Sometimes you feel that radiation is very strong. He is attracting me. He or she is attracting me. Why? Because she has got some spiritual. She or he has got spiritual vibrations. So these are the vibrations because of that. And then lastly, the most important part of our body, the brain. So human being is physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being. If these four well-beings are there, because you see, WHO started defining health as physical, mental, and social well-being. But ultimately, in 1985, a concept again was added, that was spiritual well-being. Why did they think of spiritual well-being? Because without spiritual well-being, all well-beings are totally useless. So we have to combine these four things together. As Dr. Sahab has already, Shergill Sahab has already cleared it, that absence of disease is not a merely absence of illness. The betterment of the body, better comprehensively, physical, mental, and spiritual body have to be strengthened, and for that we have to do work. And this is what is Ayurveda also says: the physical, mental, essential, social, and spiritual well-being. There has been a lately paradigm shift in healing, completing the full circle. You can see the modern medicine, which I have studied, you are studying, you will become a doctor. Alternative and integrative medicine, now it has come up. I delivered a lecture in National Institute of Health in Washington DC in 2006, and there I spoke on this topic, which I am speaking today. Alternative integrative medicine, the complementary and alternative medicine CAM, this concept has come, and their MD is being, separate MD is being rendered on that, a doctorate is being rendered on that. Complementary and alternative medicine, and then holistic healing. This particular concept comes through various processes through which you will be listening to the various lectures after me also. Holistic healing is the body as a whole to be studied, body as a whole, not merely physical. You see, our body is not like a jumbo jet, yet you remove a part and apply and fix up another part. Our body has to be taken in consideration into the full body, as a body as a whole, body, mind and soul. These three things combined together will make the whole concept. Alternative system of medicine has emerged because of these reasons. Limitations of various branches of medicines, synthesis of proven systems. Now this lot of research has been done. I will show you some research. And need for preventive measures. A lot of preventive measures are now being followed through, by which we can become healthy. Inexpensive treatment. This treatment is not that expensive as being thought of. This treatment is much more cheaper, much more cheaper. Meditation is not costly. The yoga is not costly. If you attend those costly classes, then it is different. Then they emphasizes mind and body link. There is a mind-body link, and because of this mind-body link, the psychosomatic diseases, psychosomatic disorders can be cured. Health technologies. I will just come to alternative health medicine. Biological therapies, herbal remedies, herbs, being scientifically analyzed, proven, and these herbs are now being used for treating. Aromatherapy, smelling the oil, various essential oils of the various plants. Dietary therapies, depending on the various conditions of the body, the diet to be changed, diet to be modified accordingly. The orthomolecular therapies. This is something which has recently come up, and it is very important, in which the heavy vitamin doses are given, and this is how the person is treated. Mind-body therapies is hypnotherapy. By giving hypnosis to a person, you can cure it. Pranic healing, which is very recently come up in my university. I'm teaching in this faculty alone. Around more than 300 students are getting diplomas and certificates in the pranic healing. And then meditation. Meditation is a very big therapy. It's a very important system in which you meditate upon the deity, you meditate upon the colors, you meditate upon the sun, early morning rising sun, and by meditation is imbibing your body and mind with the righteous thoughts. Pure thought process has to be awakened. That is meditation. I just defined that meditation in detail later on. Herbal remedies, plants and their extract. Essential oils usually inhaled. I just explained you. Dietary therapy, right diet to promote health, prevent or control illness. And orthomolecular therapy is large vitamin doses of mineral supplements. So these are the health technologies. Then mind-body interventions, hypnotherapy for behavioral and mental problems. Hypnotherapy is recently being used very strongly for going into the past birth and regression therapy. Brian Weiss in the field of this particular research has done a lot of important research, and lot of impossible disorders which were which were supposed to be incurable are being treated now. Healing, prayer, directed thoughts, and spiritual healing. This is, I'm not talking about any superstition, I'm talking about the all work, research work which has been done in this field. And meditation is a deep breathing and inner relaxation, tranquility and equipoise. Deep breathing, inner relaxation, and tranquility and equipoise, mental equipoise. This is what is the meditation process. Diagnostic system. There are, in health technologies, alternative health technologies, there are few diagnostic systems. Iridology, looking at your eyes, seeing the iris. Dowsing, thought rods, through rods. Radionics, invisible energy fields around your surrounding. Few people in the previous generations, there used to be a lot of great people who used to visualize and diagnose the people through their aura. They used to say he is a negative person, he is a positive person. How come? Because of the invisible energy fields. And kinesiology, energy imbalances in the muscles, by touching the muscles and by seeing the muscles, balancing the muscles' energy. Energy therapies, crystals, Reiki, and laying on of hands, said to influence the patient's aura. Crystals. Reiki channelizes spiritual energy, and this channelization of spiritual energy is so strong that sometimes the incurable disorders can be cured. And laying on of the hands to manipulate the body's energy. This आप लोगों ने सुना होगा हाड़ जोड़ के वैद्य होते हैं, हाड़ वैद्य होते हैं. What they do? They actually balance the muscles energy, muscular energy. None has been systematically reviewed yet. मैं बता तो रहा हूँ आपको, पर systematically the research has not been done in these three fields. This needs to be done intensive research. There needs to be done intensive research in this. Manipulative therapies, osteopathy. This is one of the faculty in which the West has done immense research. Manipulation of muscles and joints. Chiropractic, manipulation of spine. Massage, rubbing, kneading or pressure. And reflexology is massage of specific parts of foot and acupressure point, acupoint. These are the few therapies. I am just enumerating the therapies. I am not explaining them in detail. These are just for your understanding that these are the things which we can keep in mind about these manipulative therapies. These are being, in these the hands are being used of the healer, the physician, and he tries to heal by his manipulative process. Widely accepted and proven alternative therapies. In this there is one of the important is Ayurveda. When I passed my MD, during that period I used to get a lot of Ayurvedic doctors who used to come to me and they used to ask me, Doctor Sahab, can you give the prescription whatever you have written right now for the patient? Can you give this patient prescription to me? Now, why do you want the prescription? We want it because whatever you have written, we want to write the same for our patients. You see, this is the tragedy with Ayurveda. That Ayurvedic people don't have belief in their own system. That's why they want the allopathic treatment to be given to the Ayurvedic people. And that's why the system of the integrated medicine came up and their quacks and quacks started emerging in the modern field of medicine. So, ancient Indian discipline, knowledge of life based on mind, body and spirit interaction. This is what is Ayurveda. The Veda means knowledge. Ayur means our life, our age, our own body energies. Traditional Chinese medicine, this is also very much in demand. Homeopathy, it is very much in demand, as Dr. Saab has already said. Naturopathy, this is very much in demand. Lot of patients can be cured by these various procedures. I am not asking you to apply everything, but whatever is necessary, whatever is applicable should be applied. Some of the complementary therapies may be like a harmless fashion. We may be utilizing them as a harmless fashion or maybe a mass hysteria, but alternative system of medicine like Ayurveda definitely open new horizons for the prevention and cure of the disease. I can say that after my 40 years of research, the Ayurveda has got immense scope. It diagnoses by Vat, Pitta, Kapha, and after the diagnosing the patient, the curing of the patient can be done. Lot of disorders I have seen are being cured by this, and there are immense evidences now in front of us. There are books available, treatises available. I went to Russia in 2009, and thereafter I have been going every year. Then one of the doctor who used to treat Putin, the premier of the country, he asked me to give me the therapies of the Ayurveda being given in Ayurveda in English. I provided it to him, and he has produced a big textbook of therapy of the Ayurveda. They said the people are fed up with the modern medicine. We don't want it. We want Ayurveda now. So Ayurveda, various colleges have been opened in the Russia, various parts of the Russia, and they are treating various patients through that. And there are a lot of researches being done. A lot of students are coming to India to learn Ayurveda in my institution, which I am not an Ayurvedic doctor, but my colleagues are there who are helping me out. The reductionistic versus holistic system. This is just a slide to tell you. Conventional medicine regards body as a machine, like computer or a jumbo jet. आज की मेडिसिन जो है वो समझती है कि बॉडी को कैसे भी समझ के ठीक कर दो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, रिमूव द किडनी, put the kidney, remove the liver, put the liver. But what will happen to the metabolic system? What will happen to the whole system? Because it is a total, complete system is a network system. Self-regulating extended network. This is what is to be understood. Self-regulating extended network, the whole body. You cannot separate the body from mind, you cannot separate the body's various organs, you cannot separate the body from soul, you cannot separate the mind from the body. So these are to be taken into mind. Ayurveda, the Atharvaveda contains early description of the use of the herbal medicine. Ayurveda is fifth Veda or Upveda. The ancient Indian sages who came face to face with the truth revealed the secrets of wholesome living after the intense research and observation of herbs and gave us the gift of Ayurveda. These are the four Vedas which I have mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, Rigved, Samved, Atharved, Yajurved. And after this fourth came the fifth one, that is the Ayurveda. And this Ayurveda has a lot of potential in the future. The Rishi tradition, the tradition of Ayurveda can be traced from Brahma to Indra, from later to Charak, Sushrut and Dhanvantari, who all became masters of various branches of Ayurveda. Few of them became surgeons, few of them became ophthalmologists, few of them became, and you see, the Sushrut was a good surgeon, he was a good, very nice surgeon. And they knew all the modern technological methods which we have today. They had all those instruments to cut the body, to open the body and to do it. All these things is available in the 2000-year-old books. Ayurveda was made comprehensive by Charak Rishi and later expanded by Patanjali to give new dimension to this science. Patanjali, who pioneered yoga darshan, enunciates yoga for complete mental, physical and spiritual. There is a story that the Charak, at the age of 80 years, he thought, I had done a lot for the body, but what did I do for mind? How to cure mind? So he became a sage who went to the Himalayas and he started developing Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dhahan, Dharana, Samadhi. So he became, Charak was renamed as a Patanjali. Charak was same as Patanjali and Patanjali was same as Charak. Charak, initially a therapist of body, became a therapist of mind and soul also. This is what is this story tells us, that a person has to be well versed in all the three disciplines. Ayurveda encompasses herbal healing through various herbs, through various medicinal plants, Ras, Bhasm and Rasayan to be taken with very much precaution because they should be properly prepared. Meditation and yoga, which I just told you, dietary control, a proper dietary control. What should be good for your diet, what should not be good for your health, what should not be good for your health. You have to decide according to that. And Panchkarma. Panchkarma is very much in demand today. It says spas and all those things, they are using Panchkarma. I got Panchkarma therapy in my institute and I am opening a lot of centers all over the country for the Panchkarma. And Yagyopathy, this is a new concept, Yagya therapy. Have you heard the name of Yagya? Yagya? Do you know what is Yagya? Can someone tell me about the Yagya? What is Yagya? It's an interactive discussion. Havan, Havan. Yagya means Havan. So my Gurudev named is Yagyopathy. If you sit in the Havan, you will be getting cured from various diseases. How come? I'll tell you, I'll explain you. I have done research and there are more than 7 PhDs done under me on this particular therapies. The gift of Mother Nature, herbal healing plays a major role. You can see, I am just showing you the various herbs. Protagonist as well as the antagonist. Protagonist is the adding to the effect, good effect. Antagonist is to the countering the side effect. So each herb contains both the ingredients. While a single medicine, a single tablet acts as a target organ, acts on the target organ, directly shooting, and it works like really very poisonous. Sometimes there are a lot of side effects because of that. So protagonist as well as the antagonist to the elements. You can see these the Greater Himalayas. They are very well known as the home to many magical herbs. There are so many valley of flowers in the Himalayas where the medicines are being grown, and I have got so many centers up in the Himalayas where we are growing the medicinal plants and we are advocating it for various people. We have got about more than 50 varieties of the herbal powders which we use for various remedies, and we have one herbal tea, Pragya Pey, the wisdom, a liquor for wisdom. It is combination of 14 herbs. You can see the Amla, Emblic officinalis. You must have heard about Amla. It is a home remedy. Nervine tonic, antacid, bronchodilator, a rasayan. Rasayan means the which rejuvenates the whole body. Then the intellect promoting. It is very good for brain. Similarly, Terminalia Arjuna, vitalizer, anti-arrhythmic, means for any conductive disorders, cardiotonic, styptic, and reduces cholesterol. Today, if you got cholesterol disorders or triglyceride disorder, hyperlipidemia, if you use the Arjun powder, it will cure you very early. Just for within 1 to 1.5 months, the relief can be seen. The Ashwagandha is Indian ginseng. It is spermopoietic, nutritive tonic, antidepressant, anti-inflammatory, and strength promoting. A lot of people have made medicine out of it, tablets out of it, Ashwagandha. There is one Stresson by the Sandu pharmaceutical, and it is very good tranquilizer and very good sleep promoter. If you take it, you will not be falling into the habit of it. So these are few things which we can just keep in mind. Bacopa monnieri is Brahmi, brain tonic, expectorant, antipyretic, anti-leprotic. If you take Brahmi regularly, your memory will be always good. All of you who are seated behind, your memory will be good. You will be able to remember whatever you study, and you will be able to write all these things in your classes. The few more herbs. Tribulus terrestris, this is Gokshur, diuretic, digestant, aphrodisiac, and urinary lithotriptic. Urinary stones, all those types of stones, they can be cured in the body only. It breaks the stones from inside. And the Borevia diffusa is punarnava. Punah jo body ko naveen bana de. Again and again, which makes your body new, is punarnava. This is one thing which is very important. And lastly, the Nirgundi and Sariva. Nirgundi is analgesic, diuretic, and anti-inflammatory, wound healer, and it is very good for arthritic. All arthritis, all problems of today can be cured. And then Hemidesmus indica, Sariva is a blood purifier. It's a very nice medicine for the anti-inflammatory, antipyretic. This is my research center, Brahmavachra Center, where I am doing intensive research on these particular herbs. I started my work in 1978 here only. Procured a lot of equipments and procured, and Punjab has got very important role in that, Punjab and Haryana, because I procured all of them from Chandigarh and Ambala. These are the two places where I used to come in 79, 80, 81 and 82, and I made this research institute, a comprehensive one. You can see the research institute. These are the various instruments. I am just showing few. There are a lot of them. This is the Yajnashala, spiritual Yajnashala, which has got laboratory of itself, and there can lot of researches are being done on that. Yajnopathy, an approach to total health. Oral medicines are effective only when digested, but not fully absorbed. If the oral medicines are not absorbed thoroughly, then they will not be able to work on your body. Negative impact on digestive system and intravenous therapies, they have a quick effect, but risk of reaction and side effect. If you give an injection intravenously, it will immediately work, but it will have a direct effect on the target tissues, and that is harmful. So intravenous, oral, these two routes are not good. So what is the best route? The best route is the lungs, through lungs, inhalation. And not only that, if you do yajna, you inhale through the skin also, inspire through skin also. 50% of the inspiration is through skin, and 50% of the inspiration is through lungs. So the whole of the medicine in filtered form is being absorbed by the body, and this is one very powerful form. Breakthroughs in Yajnopathy, excellent remedy for psychosomatic disorders. All the problems of today, anxiety, neurosis. You see, anxiety, neurosis, depressive psychosis, all these disorders are incurable today. You have to give sessions, a lot of psychotherapies, but still I feel treatment of neurosis, psychosis, schizophrenia, depression, melancholia, hysteria is not available today. A lot of medicines which are very strong, they are being given, but they are not of any use to us. Scientific evaluation of the Yagya therapy, one research has been done under me on pulmonary tuberculosis. Sputum of patient was collected and evaluated in these patients. Control sample, experimental sample which was treated with fake Yagya, means the fake धुआं, कोई कहे कि धुएं से हुआ था, तो fake Yagya fumes. Experimental sample treated with fumes from the proper Yagya experiment, in which the Havan Samagri was used, the Samhidhas were used, and cultures from the 3 samples were incubated for 8 weeks to study growth of tuberculosis bacteria. You can see the first slide, the control sample untreated. Yeah, these are the acid-fast bacilli which cause the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which cause the tuberculosis. This is the number 1 slide. The second slide is burning wood, simple burning of the wood, means the plain fumes. Result was growth reduced only by 15%. But when it was done in vitro test of ethnobotanical inhalation therapy, Yagya therapy against pulmonary tuberculosis, the growth has reduced by 75%. And I have got MDR patient, multi-drug resistant tuberculosis patient, multi-drug resistant. Means they have been tried many times and the therapy has not effective. So what has been done? They have been given Yagya therapy for about 6 months. In 6 months time, they have become totally negative and they have not repeatedly done it. Every month they do once now, or every 2 months they do once Yagya. And this helps them in getting rid of the tuberculosis. These are the graphs of the same thing. Meenakshi Raghuvanshi was the lady who did it under me. And these are some interesting findings about the same models have been built up and I had done it. Psychological effects of the Yagya. No Yagya, only lived in a pure peaceful spiritual ambience. Experimental group lived in the spiritual ambience and establishes the efficacy of Yagya for treatment of mental illnesses. All mental disorders can be cured by this particular disease. Yagyapathy's salient features are analysis of the samhidhas, means the woods which are used. Generally mango wood is used or cedar wood used. Herbs in the phytochemistry lab, we analyze them by spectrophotometry. Characterization vis-a-vis Shastric literature, analysis of fumes by gas liquid chromatography and hematological analysis and a biochemical analysis. The achievements of a research institute till now, preservation of herbal plants of more than 450 varieties. Otherwise would have been become extinct. Delivering these readily available plants for medicinal and spiritual use to everyone on no profit basis. We make them available on such a low cost. Today if you go to the modern medicine shop and if you want any branded medicine, it will be costing you 10 tablets, 90 rupees, 100 rupees, 150 rupees, 200 rupees. These are the medicines which are available 30 rupees or 25 rupees and they will be useful to you for 2 to 3 months. So this is how it is very cheap and very useful. Delivering these readily available plants for medicinal and spiritual use. Testing of constituents of herbal plants. We have done the testing, immense testing, and we have synthesized various branches of Western alternative system medicine together. Scientific analysis and effects of Yagyapathy. This is the most important contribution of our institution. Herbal healing and distribution of the herbs in purest form. The herbs have been distributed into a grinded, pulverized form in the purest form. More and more they are pulverized, more and more they are powerful. So this is one thing which can be done. Reference journal paper, I am just giving you just to, you don't need to do, but I had done a lot of researches and these are the girls and boys with me who have done the research, Central Pollution Control Board. On the pollution level, air pollution, we have done research of by Yagya and the air pollution has come down a lot. Income tax square, we call it police commissioners square in the Delhi, which is the ITO Choraha, if you remember the ITO Choraha, which is just adjacent to the bank of Yamuna. There we have done the research and we performed Yagya there in 2-3 corners, 4 corners. And after about 3 months of this work, it has been found that the pollution level has come down by 50 to 70%. SO2 level, N2O level, and the CO2 and CO level has come down. These are the reference journal papers, the same papers. These are the online references which are available. And This presentation of mine will be available to the institution. You can see, you can go online and you can see it. Spiritual therapies. Now I am coming to another horizon after Yajnopathy. Life and life forces are not limited to physical and psychological being. They are not limited to our simply visible life or psychological being, but also include the senses, the prana, the mind, intellect, carried impressions, sanskars from the various many births, false sense of ego and soul. This is what is particularly the horizon of the spiritual therapy. This particular arena is spiritual therapy, in which the sanskars are cured, all those which cause various problems for you in this particular life. For curing a disease along with thorough knowledge of physical body, clean insight and knowledge of how these sensory organs function, interact with each other is also necessary. This is the domain of spiritual therapy. This particular is a spiritual therapy in which you go into the detail of the person. You make a detailed Janampatri of the person. Whole detail, his physical being, his mental being, his family relationship, his sanskars, how he behaved in the childhood, all these things, and then you analyze, and after the analysis, the therapy is being advised. Like pranic healing, in which lack of prana, the vital force of life, are measured as bioelectricity in physical body, in any organ is compensated by flow of prana to that organ by channelizing the flow of prana from the practitioner to the patient. The practitioner, sometimes you must have, आपने नोट किया होगा कि कई थेरेपिस्ट ऐसे होते हैं जो अपने प्राण शक्ति को प्रवाहित कर देते हैं. मतलब there are great people, great sages. Today there are a lot of fake people also, but there are great people who used to transmit their prana, their energy, their channelizing energy through their hands or through their just look, and by their look only the people used to get cured. This is pranic therapy. In spiritual therapy, the disease arising out of karmic bondages are cured by transferring punya, the fruit of penance, self-restraint, by the therapist to the person who is worthy of it. Rishi Vishwamitra, the seer of Gayatri Mahamantra, as you know, Bhurvasva Tasavitruvarenyam Bhargo Devasiddhimahi Dhiyo Prachodayat. This is the Gayatri Mantra. Is believed to be the founder of spiritual therapy. He is supposed to be the one person who did intensive research in this field. Our rishis were very important persons in the field of research in modern medicine, what today we have developed. This particular concept was developed by our rishis. They made their own body, our human body and our mind, as a laboratory, and in that laboratory they did the research. The main tool of spiritual therapy is the power of mantras used with willpower of soul. If you talk of Guru Granth Sahib is a combination of the mantras or the verses, and when you recite it with the emotions and feeling, then it has a healing power. So one of the girl from Dehradun, her father was chief engineer of Uttar Pradesh that time in Yamuna Hydel project. She did a research under me on the healing power of Guru Granth Sahib. Healing power, and a very important work has been done, and that book is available in the market. How Guru Granth Sahib can cure you through various illnesses, psychosomatic and somatopsychic. The scope of spiritual therapy covers not only the domain of treatment of physical disease, but it also covers psychological problems, today's worries, anxiety, tension, and enhancement of the power of the mind, peace and prosperity in family and society, eradication of poverty, and elevation of social status. So you can imagine all the areas of the life are being covered through spiritual therapy. You can we can meditate and we can pray, and it can create an aura, and it can do a lot of wonderful research. The fourth Veda is the Atharvaveda, and the prayers and the psalms and songs in this Atharvaveda, they came into being for achieving all these objectives, as without these spiritual progress has no meaning. The famous Raja of Mahabharata, Raja Shantanu, was treated by Rishi Atharvan for low self-esteem, accumulated burden of sins of the past and the prejudices he nurtured in this life. And this is said that because of that, the original lifestyle disorders which the modern medicine has just begun to recognize, it was recognized about 500 years back in the Mahabharata period. In India, it is an ancient practice still followed widely to touch the feet of the elders and take their blessings. Many times we just ask our younger children, "Pao chu na, pao chu, pranam kar, pranam kar." He doesn't know the meaning. He has to be explained the meaning of it scientifically. You will get the tap and punya of your grandfather and your parents and your all holy persons. This is how we get the energy through them. And This not only affects the pranic flow but also transfers the willpower and a share of punya of elders to the mentally needy youngsters. The role of Guru as a healer. During the course of life, you see, we are seated in the land of Gurus. This particular Amritsar is the seat of the Gurus. The 10 Gurus, they worked here, and then the Darbar Sahib and the Guru, the Harmandir Sahib, it was built, and everything, the history, all of you know it. I really adore this particular place. I really like this place for one reason, that this tells the story of the Gurus and the Guru Bhakti. The role of Guru as a healer during the course of life, the adverse effects of change in the body physiology with age, ups and downs and unfavorable circumstances are felt by everyone, and disciple overcomes these hurdles through the help of Guru. You see, Guru helps you in overcoming all those problems. So this particular, he guides, he blesses, he protects, and he promotes the well-being of the person. So that is the power of Guru. Even if the Guru is not personally there, physically he may not be there, but his power is there. His power at that particular place, his power in the form of books like Guru Granth Sahib, or his power in the form of the temple or Gurudwara, whatever is there, all these things are there, and they give you a lot of energy. The modern medicine is slowly understanding the holistic nature of the body, functioning, and various imperceptible factors governing it. They are now coming to conclusion that we have to combine these disciplines together, complementary and alternative therapies. They are in nascent state of understanding the functioning of the brain, whereas the spiritual therapy deals with the prana, sub-prana, जो उसका भी subordinate है, and higher levels of consciousness, the super consciousness, for which the spiritual healers use their body as instrument, and they are doing intensive research on this. There are so many books are being written in the West today about this. Synthesis of soul, psychology of soul, and then the messages from the masters. All these Western books are written on the topics like this particular. Means our India is not having that much interest as West is having the interest in all these things. So we have to understand that we shouldn't forget our ancient treasure of knowledge. Now I am just summarizing the whole thing. The spiritual therapy, mantra, chanting and prayer, yajna, as I told you, havan, meditation, you can see. These are the three keys of the spiritual therapy. From where I started the work in 1978-79, and till now I have been working on it, and it has been functioning very nicely. Yoga therapy is a total science of strengthening and improving. You know about yoga a lot. Baba Ramdev has made it so popular. And we have been providing this course since year 2002 in my university, Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, where more than 4,000 students are studying. And we have about 6 disciplines of yoga in which the MSc and MA is being given, the certificate is being given, diploma is being given. Physical, mental and spiritual state of well-being can be done through yoga therapy. Physicians and scientists are discovering brand new health benefits of yoga every day. Studies show it can relieve the symptoms of several common and potential life-threatening diseases. For example, arthritis, which is causing a lot of problem, atherosclerosis. You can see in last 5 years, there have been so many cases of knee transplant. How many of them were successful? You must be knowing it. Then in last 5 to 10 years, the lifestyle has so much changed that we should get our car just at the door, and we should deliver us on the door. We are not walking much, and there are a lot of disorders of the motility disorders. Arteriosclerosis is the thickening of the arteries. Chronic fatigue, this is the syndrome. This is the syndrome which is very common today. Hamesha thaka se feeling. There is one word which is given to it. I will tell you, can you detail the word TATT syndrome? TATT syndrome? TATT syndrome? If you read somewhere, it is very commonly used word in the Speaking Tree and various books. I have written articles on that. TATT. Tired all the time. Tired all the time. People today are not awake in the morning. Utho jago, ruko mat jab tak laksh tak na pahunch jao. They are not awake in the morning. They are tired in the morning. And they are tired till evening. So this tired all the time is chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS. And this chronic fatigue syndrome is increasing today. Diabetes, which is lifestyle disorders. People sometimes blame it on parents. No. It is your lifestyle. Asthma and obesity. Today's managers' lifestyle disorders. All lifestyle disorders today, which our managers, the business managers, are identifying. At the age of 30 years, they are going to doctors. And at the age of 30 years, they are totally burnt out. Totally burnt out because of the stress load and because of these 27 24 into 7 workload. They are being paid heavily for that. A package of 12 to 14 lakh rupees. They are being paid heavily for that, and they are being encased in return to that, and ultimately they are falling prey to various disorders. Achieving perfection, yogic lifestyle, a way of life. Yoga means yuktahar viharasya yukti chestasya karmasu. A yogi has to have a good diet, a proper diet. Ahar, vihar, the lifestyle has to be very proper. Yukta chestasya karmasu. His action should be proper. Yukta swapna bodhasya. His sleep should be proper. Bodhasya means jagrati. When you wake up, you should be fresh. And yoga bhavati dukkha. Yoga is destroyer of the all agonies and miseries. This is what you have to understand. This is Gita's 6th chapter, which says about the yoga bhavati dukkha. Yoga dukh nashak hota hai. I'm just telling you about the yoga and meditation. If followed properly under the right direction, all yoga disciplines regulate the neurohumoral. All of you know about the neurohumoral receptors. The various followed properly, controlling all secretions responsible for inner awakening and blissful joy. What are those neurohumoral receptors? I'll just tell you. 5-HT, serotonin, noradrenaline levels, they rise with the posture, pranayam and bandh, while serum cortisol level decreases. Cortisol level is because of the worries and anxieties that goes high, and because of the 5-HT level, serotonin, noradrenaline, it comes down. The serotonin level comes down. The cortisol level comes down. Science of meditation. The purpose of meditation is to bring inner equilibrium by regulating our intricate network of neuronal system. Chakras, balance in the chakras, and there are about 9 chakras from the top to the bottom, and they can be balanced properly, small and big plexuses, upattika, chakrapattika, sympathetic system, parasympathetic system. Meditation implies concentration of the conscious mind, focus on unconscious, integrate both. This is the whole of meditation. What is the achievement of meditation? You can see they are immense. Enhanced memory, स्मरण शक्ति बढ़ जाती है, muscular relaxation, muscles always relax, mental equipoise, you are all the time in the balanced state of mind, inner calmness, increased awareness, and cheerfulness all the time you are cheerful. Today you can see the air hostess smile on the face of the people. Air hostess smile is chipki hui smile, but this is not the real smile. And the people are not smiling today at all, not smiling. Because of not smiling, you see, when you smile, the 36 muscles of the face are relaxed. So why don't you smile? Why don't you give a smile to someone? So smiling itself is a very good thing. Cheerfulness also, disappearance of jealousy, behavioral modification, behavior should be modified, and paranormal capabilities. All those capabilities which are mentioned as Atindrik Shamta, Riddhi Siddhi, all those, reading others' thoughts, reading the others' various sanskaras, all can be done by paranormal capabilities. How to meditate? You can just see it. A candle flame, a flower, your deity, a Himalayas or ocean. You can select any of these. Just like what we lighted lamp right now. You can focus on that. Focus on your breath by counting each inhalation, exhalation. By your inhalation, exhalation, count it, and gradually concentrate on it. Many times you must have felt that the meditation mein man nahi lagta. You are unable to concentrate. Why? Because of the reason that you are somewhere else at that time. So why not to concentrate on some object? And that object I am providing you. This is the object which I am providing you. This is my center, my ashram in Haridwar, which is about 7 kilometers from Har Ki Paidi towards Haridwar, Dehradun. And it is the Ganges which is coming down. And this is the sun rising in the east. And if you see the early morning rising sun, it is a very bright sun, but you can see it while it is rising up. And you can meditate on it in 5 to 10 minutes. You can also focus on sound of Om or mantra, or mentally recite Gayatri mantra for synchrony with your breathing. Even 20 minutes of inner relaxation is good for your health. 24 घंटे आपको relaxation देगा, 20 minutes of equipoise by the meditation. Psychological benefits of yoga, mental performance. Regular practice of breathing like pranayama helps improve communication between the right and left side of the brain. Naso-brain cycle is activated. This increased brain activity is associated with better performance. Yoga therapy is very good for diabetes, blood pressure, digestive disorders, arthritis, and I have mentioned everything. This is all very good. Asanas for stress and insomnia. I'm not going into detail of it, but that is very much detailed. Various asanas, pranayam, kriyas, and special practices of stress and insomnia, for hypertension, for obesity, and for various disorders. So therapies for balancing body, mind and soul: naturopathy, yoga, sound therapy, mudra therapy, pranic healing, acupressure, Ayurveda. These are all the total therapies for balancing body, mind and soul. This is my university, which I am showing you. This one, there is a center, in the center there is a Shiva temple, and this is the back, on the back is my library, and there are the various buildings. And this is the value-based management which we are teaching them: work culture, substance, involvement in the development of society. We are sending them to various villages. And the courses offered, I have already told you about the MA, MSc courses and various courses offered. Future plans are the distance education centers, 500 all over India, Center for R&D in Integrative Medicine. This is what is my dream project, a R&D in Integrative and Complementary Medicine, which I had told you. I want to do intensive research in that, and I already got the land for that. Center for Indology and 500 constituent colleges all over the world. These are our headquarters. This is Shanti Kunj. This is, you can see the Shanti Kunj. It is spread in 250-acre area, the whole area. And this is the part of it, this one, the whole is Shanti Kunj. And this is the university you look at. And they are my founders, my master, my guru, Pandit Shyam Sharma Acharya, Paramanya Mataji, who are the enunciator or the follower of, who are the followers of the Indian Rishi culture. And we are following them now. He took Samadhi in 1990 and she took Samadhi in 1994. And since then, this mission is being progressed by all of us together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and enlightening us on the spiritual therapies, various health technologies, and holistic healing. Now the topic is open for discussion. All are welcome, the faculty, the guests, as well as the students. If you have any queries, you're most welcome.
Respected Dr. Pranava, it was a very interesting topic and very important as far as the today's lifestyle is concerned. The topic started with the definition of health. Even Dr. Shergill also pointed out physical, mental, social health, and not only the absence of disease. I am from community medicine. The students know that we start our lecture from this definition. But spirituality, of course, it is still not a consensus in the WHO. Is the only which is the